either make this precious bunny Lovey out of minky and cotton, or minky and flannel, or minky and whatever you want it to be. Let's go make it. But first, don't forget to share this so it'll save to your profile and you can find it when you're looking for it again later. First thing I did was went to hometownquiltcompany.com and I downloaded the template for the bunny Lovey. Now the template is for the solid side. So this is your cotton or flannel or whatever you're using for the solid side. Now see how much bigger my minky is? I had a scrap, that's why it's that much bigger. You can use something just a little smaller, but I do recommend that you cut your minky larger in case it shifts a little bit. You don't want a hole in your stuff when you're done. Cut your flannel, fleece, cotton, whatever you're using out first, then lay it on top of your minky and then cut your minky out. Same thing with your ears. You're gonna cut your ear pieces out from the template and then cut your minky out around it. Now after you've done that, I want you to pin. And whenever you think you have enough pins, I want you to add some more, okay? We're going to lengthen the stitch on our sewing machine. We're going to sew with the minky side down. And we're gonna sew all the way around. So I've laid pretty side of my ear to the minky dot side. So the minky dots will disappear if you iron this. They'll be flat and it'll no longer be so pretty. So we're not gonna iron ours. I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying that I'm not. If you want to, I want you to. You can't see the front of my machine, but I'm gonna go up to a 4.0 stitch length. And that's just gonna lengthen my stitch and let my fabric move under the pressure foot a little bit faster. I'm going to sew with the minky side under on the bottom. I'm gonna sew with the minky side down, my cotton or flannel or whatever you've got, side up, longer stitch length. I'm gonna back stitch when I start and when I stop, and I'm sewing both ears. I'm gonna start here, go all the way around and stop here. I'm gonna leave the bottom of the ear open so I can turn it right side out. Everything I see for babies and baby showers right now is Peter Rabbit themed, and it's Easter, so I can't imagine anything any cuter than a bunny rabbit Lovey. This would make the greatest gift for a baby shower or for that sweet little Lovey in your life. Now I'm gonna trim all of the excess minky off of my ears and turn them right side out. What y'all can't see is my sweet fella is about 10 feet from me. He doesn't want to be on camera, and I don't want him to be there if that's not where he wants to be. He's currently helping me with all of my teacher appreciation stuff, and so he and I are discussing what has been done and what needs to be done. I have 2 ears. Y'all, these are so cute. Okay, I'm going to top stitch all the way around both ears. So we've sewn and top stitched our ears. Y'all, this is so stinking cute. Now we're going to take the front of our bunny and lay it face up. We're going to take our ear, and I'm going to fold mine in just like this. Do y'all see that? I'm just folding it over, kind of like an S shape, and pushing it down so that when I sew it on, it will have a little bit of life to it. And I'm going to go on and stitch this down because I'm afraid that it won't stay when I'm sewing it. So I'm going to take my ears and I'm going to pin them with the same fabric touching each other. So I'm going to lay them out here to see what I like. And that's what I want my bunny to look like. And then I'm going to turn my ears over and pin them right here. And then I'm going to push my ears out of the way because I don't want to accidentally sew them when I'm coming around his head. So the minky is pretty side up. That other fabric is pretty side down. We're gonna sew all the way around, except we're gonna leave a hole to turn him. I'm gonna leave my hole right here, about probably 4 inches or so. Lots of pins. I'm gonna draw 2 lines right here because if I don't, I'm afraid I'm gonna forget and close my hole up like I keep doing. And I'm gonna start sewing here, and I'm gonna sew all the way around my whole bunny. And when I get back to this mark, that's gonna be my reminder to stop. Now mine are pretty far apart, like 5 inches, because there's a lot of stuff that has to come through here. So I'm leaving my 5-inch hole right here. I'm gonna start sewing here, go all the way around. Straight stitch, 1/4-inch seam. I'm gonna follow the edge of my top piece of my fabric right here with the edge of my presser foot. Back stitching when you start and when you stop, because my grandma said so. And after you've sewn it, then it's time to take out the 1,473 pins that you put in it. But they were helpful because your fabric didn't shift, and now you have this precious bunny Lovey. So I've sewn it. Now I'm cutting off all of the excess minky, and then we're going to pull it all out through the hole that we left. Cut your minky even with the other fabric you chose. Flannel, cotton, whatever it is. Then, when you turn it right side out, be sure to push your corners out because you have these points for the hands and the feet, so you'll want to get a chopstick or some other kind of tool. But no scissors. Do not use your scissors. You'll be crying because you poked a hole in it. I'll be crying because you didn't listen. And everybody's crying. It's a terrible idea. Okay, I'm not going to iron him because we talked about ironing him will make the dots disappear. So I'm not ironing mine. I'm not saying you shouldn't iron yours. If you want to iron yours, most of the time after washing, the dots come back, but I'm not ironing mine. Now, I'm going to top stitch around his head, all the way around his entire body. Now, when I top stitch, it's going to naturally close up the hole that I left. I'm going to start at this hole and work my way around. I'm sewing with the minky side down. I still have my stitch length longer. And I'm going to sew as close to the edge as I'm comfortable. I like my top stitching to look like it's about to fall off, but you only sew as close to the edge as you're comfortable. I want to know what other Easter projects have y'all made, because I might want to make them too. I want to know what you're making, how you made it, who you're giving it to. We want all the details. So tell us in the comments what you're making. And when y'all make these, don't forget to email me a photo to hometownquiltcompany@gmail.com. I want to see, and so does everybody else. So I've turned it, I've top stitched it. Now I have tied a knot in the bottom of each one of my feet, and in the end of each one is hands, but you do not have to. You can do anything that you want. Oh my goodness, y'all, he is so cute. He is so cute. My name is Tammy. I'm your favorite sewing teacher, and I would love for you to come sew with me.